That's a chicken. So a lot of you have been asking what things are like here. We've been here since the middle of August, and it's the middle of December now, and I've been really horrible about giving any kind of updates to anything that we're doing here. So I just wanted to start somewhere, and I figured I'd start with the chicken. There's one chicken. There's another chicken. There's another chicken. There's another one around here somewhere. There's the coop. We've decided to try something called rent-a-coop, which basically allows you to try before you buy with chickens. So that's what we've done. And we have four. Oh, there's another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've rented 4 chickens and a coop, which we are going to wind up purchasing with all the accoutrements and accessories like the water and organic chicken feed and many other things. So that's the chickens, and there are the wood piles, and there's some fruit trees off in the distance. So I will try my best to go through and show everyone the property. As you can see, in the fall and winter, things open up quite a bit, and you can see a road off there in the distance. Gives you an idea of how things are. There's a neighbor. There's a new truck that we purchased. There's a neighbor. There's the front porch that is in some major need of cleaning and organizing. There's Destiny. So lots of things have been going on. We've planted 26 fruit trees. There are 10 of them off in the distance there. I'm going to walk over to them now. The other 16 are over here on the side of the hill. I'll eventually get to those too. I don't know if it'll be in this video or another video, but just trying to give everyone an idea of where we're at. And as you can see, it's pretty overwhelming. There's so many things that need to be done. Yes, we have one Holzhausen. That is the German method, or a German method, of stacking firewood, where you basically create a pile, and the center of that is full of wood as well, and it creates a chimney effect to dry out the firewood. So kind of did a mini Holzhausen here. It should probably be a little wider and a little taller, but proof of concept. And then we have 2 stacks of wood here that still need to be chopped and stacked, and there's probably 5 times this amount still throughout the property that needs to be chopped up, moved here, and then split and stacked. There's the pool that still needs some major attention, as you can see. Flower beds that still need major attention. It's really hard to get motivated to come out here when it's 30 degrees outside. Junk pile that we need to sort through, another neighbor in the background there. But we've decided this upper area, we're calling this the chicken orchard, because the plan here is this whole upper tier to where that hill starts all the way back to the tree line back here. The smaller trees will get cleared out and replaced with fruit trees like those there. We're also going to build what I have decided to call a hoop. It is a combination rabbit hutch and chicken coop, hence me dubbing it a hoop. So that will go into this area, and these trees will come out, and then this whole top area probably will be fenced in, and the orchard will be the free range area for our organic free range chickens. So these trees went in about a month ago. There are 10 here. I believe these are apples and pears, if I remember correctly, or what are on the upper tier here. So you can see they're in their dormant state, and we've put protectors on them and straw around them and giving them some TLC. You can see this vine here on the ground probably one of the biggest challenges we have with this property is the number of vines, because this whole area, and I'll see if I can find a video or a picture to show you what this looked like. This whole area was completely overgrown. So all of this clearing has been what we've been focusing on. To give you an idea, and keep in mind this is fall, so all the leaves have fallen off everything, and it's not nearly as hard to get through, but that area back there gives you an idea of what this whole space looked like before we did any kind of clearing. So significant amount of clearing. We pulled out several tree stumps, and as you can see, there are several more that need to be pulled out. But these trees here seem to be doing all right so far. We haven't seen any evidence of anything trying to eat the trees or the bark. There was a tree stump there and a tree stump there, so you see the holes. Pulled out several trees so far. 13 acres is quite a bit of land, and it seemed pretty big when all the leaves were up, and now that it's open and you can really see everything, it really gives you an idea of exactly how much space 13 acres is. So probably about, I'd say 300 yards that way, all the way over past the house, probably 300 to 400 yards past the house the other direction. We go back into those woods in the back, probably about 40 or 50 yards past the tree line. And then in the front, which it's very hard to see from here, but there's some spaces you can see all the way through to the road. Suffice it to say, it goes pretty far. And there's a lot of things we want to do. So this whole area up here, down to this space, will all of this will all be fenced in orchard / organic chicken grazing. And it'll go probably to the edge of this hill here. I did some fence calculations between this orchard, which is the chicken orchard, the hill orchard, and the garden. It's about 1,300 linear feet of fence to fence those whole areas in. So quite a bit of work in front of us. The flags that you see here in the yard were, we had utilities located that showed the electrical feed that goes from the house down to the barn. That's the pink flags. The orange flags are where Comcast came in to put in internet and TV service, since we didn't have those. The previous owner didn't have any internet or TV service. So quite a bit going on here. You can see there was a driveway, a circular driveway here that hadn't been used for many years. So we've started trying to use it and figure out where we need to add millings or stones to complete the circular driveway. So this over here is the hill orchard. The plan is about from where these orange flags are, where the Comcast cable comes in, all the way over to the driveway. This whole area will eventually be fruit trees. So all the white wrappers you see there are the other 16 fruit trees that are over on this hill. When we moved in, this entire hill, all the way from here, all the way down behind the garage, or the barn, next to the barn, this was all completely overgrown, so it had to be cleared. You see those piles of brush? That's maybe 20% of what came off of this hill. There's still more that remains to be cleared. These trees are cherry trees, peach trees, almond trees, and plum trees. As you can see over here, there's still more. This tree needs to be taken down and cut up into firewood. There's some additional trunks over here. This one need to be cut up into firewood. All those trunks down in there. We cleared up just enough space to get the trees in, so we'll have to work around the fruit trees. And pretty much everything we're doing at this point is proof of concept. It's how do you put everything in, what works, what doesn't. You can research until you're blue in the face, but you never know what's going to happen until you actually do it. So we've been doing a lot of doing, and the results will take some time to figure out. And again, more trees over there that need to be cut up into firewood. The hill continues to go down here, all these trees here. We've done some significant work in cleaning off the wine cellar and the barn. All of this was completely overgrown, so you can see the amount of work that was done. Still some vines that need to come down, but there's some more brush down there for what we've cleared. It's just ridiculous, the amount of clearing and the amount of landscaping that needs to be done to get this back into a functional area, but this is what we signed up for, so it's what we're doing. This tree here, the branch and trunk here, actually came off the roof of the barn. There was a tree that had fallen on the barn, so this has all been pulled off. It just needs to be cut up and split and stacked. More firewood. So this is the roof of the wine cellar. We'll need to finish clearing this off. Down underneath this dirt here is it's spray foam. So what needs to happen is we need to clear all the organic matter off the top of this to probably take these cinder block columns down as well. So we'll clear this all off. I'm arguing with myself about whether to re-level it with concrete. Then we need to put down some waterproofing material. It's basically sheeting, plastic sheeting that'll go over top to waterproof it, and then reapply the spray foam on top of that. That way we can water seal the entire cellar. The barn at a minimum is going to need some structural supports put back into it and replace some of these damaged siding panels here. It's a lot bigger than it looks from this side. This is just the second tier. There's a whole bottom level as well. So that'll, I'm sure, be many moons in the making. But yeah, over here, another big pile of brush that we've just kind of moved out of the way. It'll slowly get broken down into firewood and or burn piles and or hugelkultur beds. But there's a lot, as you can see, that has been done. So right now, probably what I'm going to do is cut this off, and I'll pick up again. What you've seen now is what I would determine is the upper areas where the house and the chicken orchard up top, and then the hill with the hill orchard, the barn, service roadway we're putting in here to get to the rest of the property. And this is maybe 50% of the property. It's probably closer to 35 or 40%. A bulk of the property is down below here in what I refer to as the lower fields, and I'll start a new video with those later. This was all overgrown. We've gotten a neighbor to come down and bush hog a good majority of it, and we've hand cleared around the pond, so I'll show you that on the next video. Thanks for watching, and sorry if I'm running my mouth too much.